I want you to imagine this. You're in the playoffs against a team that should not beat you. You're playing a tough game. It's an elimination game. If you lose, you're going to go home. You lock in so hard. You score all of your team's points in that fourth quarter. You were in a zone. You didn't even know it until you got to the post game and somebody said to you, "Hey, Stewie, did you know you scored all the points in that fourth quarter there?" And you look around to your left, to your right. You look at the paper. You say, "There's no way." Me? Because how could that be? Because how could that be? When I have these people to the left and to the right of me who should be contributing. When we have this person on the sidelines who should be coaching and contributing to me. How do you think that you would feel when you get eliminated? You scored all the points. Your coach is gone. Don't really know what the future of that team looks like. Even though that you have tied yourself to it closely. Talking about some damn Stu York because you're from upstate. How would you feel coming into an unrivaled season where you empty-handed? You thought you were close. It was supposed to be you in the finals. Everybody said it should have been you in the finals. Right? You lost. You went home. Now you're back. And when you look to the left of you, you have Alicia Gray. Okay. Top 5 in MVP voting this year. Okay. You look to your right, Veronica Burton. Okay. Okay. Most improved player. I like that. You look at your bench. You got the defensive player of the year. All right. I can fuck with that. You got Enrique Ogunbowale. Bucket. I don't care what you say. Because if I can win a championship off somebody going 1-19, I can win with Enrique. I know that. That don't scare me if I'm Stewie, right? And then you look at Lee Yuru. Again, that don't scare me. Right? She don't scare and Lee is good. She's got some moves on her. Okay? So you're Stewie. You're looking around after you're empty-handed from the professional season. And you say, "Well, I got some dogs with me who are pretty egoless. Let's do something crazy." I think that's what we're seeing when it comes to Stewie. I think Stewie is making some noise for a reason. I think she wants us to know some things. Stewie loves championships. Stewie loves rings. She won one every year she was at the University of Connecticut. She also has 3 rings, right? 3 championships? She also has 3 championships. She's got some MVPs too. Stewie has dealt with some analysts thinking that she's washed recently. And I'm not going to lie to you, I bought it. Listen, when you turn 30 plus, the health turns different. It's a whole different shebang. And I'm telling you, as somebody who knows, it's different. Everything feels different. You just wake up one morning and you can't do what you thought you could. Now, it's probably even more different for them as athletes. I ain't an athlete. I'm a fucking remote worker. Okay. And it's probably different for her. But at that age, everybody kind of deals with it. You're getting your knees scoped out. You're getting your knees played with. A tall girl who has an electric, like you have a jump shot. When you rise up to take that jump shot, you are so fucking high in the air as Breanna Stewart. I watch Liberty games because I'm a season ticket holder. The height that Stewie gets on her jump shots is nuts. And that's a great part of her game because you just can't guard her. She's so long at that 3 or 4 spot. Sometimes that 5 spot. So she says, "Listen, I got eliminated in the first round. I'm the only person that showed up in that fourth quarter in that elimination game. And you know what? My knees feeling kind of okay. That's the best I felt in some time. My knees kind of coming back around. They was already coming up under me. Now what? Now what am I going to do when I look to my left and my right and I see Alicia Gray and Veronica Burton?" I think that people need to be keeping an eye on Team Mist. I think that people need to be keeping an eye on the Misties. I said before that Phantom can win a championship. I'm not so sure about that anymore. But I also said from the beginning that the Mist could win a championship in the Unrivaled League. And I think we need to be paying attention to that. We need to be paying attention to Stewie and what Stewie is doing. What she is doing is amazing. Did you guys watch that game where she walked the laces down? She walked the laces down. The laces were up like 10. She walked them down. Right? We love it when Chelsea Gray walks somebody down. But when Stewie does it, we don't really talk about it too much. I'm telling you we need to talk about it. I'm telling you we need to talk about it before it's too late. Stewie is doing something out there. Alicia Gray is doing something out there. Oh my God. Veronica Burton is doing something out there. I don't know what seed the Miss currently are, but they could go up. They could go up. I think they're the second seed. They could be the first, for sure. I think that we really need to be considering that. The Mist are good, and I don't even think they're playing at their full potential, and they are the second seed. I don't even think they've been playing like out their mind. Chelsea Gray has had to play out her mind to keep the Rose a 3 seed, right? It's different. I think Stewie has something to say. Stewie's on my. That's Stewie back there on that calendar. I fuck with Stewie. I'm Stooja. Okay, sorry, y'all see the 22s on me, but I love Stooja. That's the only reason why I can sometimes stomach going to these Liberty games. Especially when they play shit teams, I do not be caring. Okay, somebody come take my ticket. Okay, when they play the goddamn Wizards, who are they called? The Mystics. I do not care. I do not care. Okay, but Stewie makes it worth it sometimes. Sabrina Ionescu makes it worth it sometimes. You know, we need to be paying more attention to Stewie. We need to be paying more attention to the Mist Basketball Club because I think that Stewie might be saying something to us right now. And I think what she is saying is that she's not dead yet. I am not dead yet. And Stewie is one of those people, she's not going to do a whole lot of talking. She's just going to put her head down and do it. And that's the scary thing about players like her and Asia Wilson. They're not even going to talk to you about it. It's just going to happen. And the next thing you know, what? It's there. And so I think on the flip side, you know, Stewie versus Asia coming back, like, sign me up. Because I'm already over Stewie versus Fee or Fee versus Asia. I'm already over that. Bring back Stewie versus Asia. And I think that we're going to have a great time in the Lord. I really do. But until then, until we get our CBA fixed, pay attention to that Mist Basketball Club. Pay attention to that Mist Basketball Club. Pay attention to that Veronica Burton. Pay attention to that Alicia Gray. Okay? Pay attention to it. Stewie won championships in Seattle. Look at what she had next to her when she won. A good guard that could get the ball to her. Good wing that could take some pressure off of her. We need to be paying attention to the Mist. We need to be paying attention to the Mist. Dark horse championship. It's probably not even a dark horse for some people. I'm biased, so I think the Rose are still winning the championship. I think that Chelsea Gray would love to be a person who won 3 championships back to back to back. I think that would be phenomenal. And I think Chelsea Gray is out for that. That's why she's playing like that. So I still believe, I'm delusional enough to believe that the Rose Basketball Club can still win a championship. However, right now, because I just don't believe the Laces, I think the Mist can do it. Phantom haven't looked cohesive enough to me or consistent enough to me for me to continue on with that bias. I'm a ghost bud, I would say. And I really like them. And I do want to see them with Dana Evans before I really commit to saying, yeah, I was wrong about that. But either way, we need to be paying attention to the Mist. We need to be paying attention to the Mist. So that's all I got. We're halfway through the season. Look at them. Did you expect them to be this good? I don't know that I did. I didn't expect Stewie to look this good again. I bought it. I bought the wash takes. I did, unfortunately. Because like I said, you get old. I know what it's like to get old. I know what it's like to have knee pain. You got kids. You can go home and be a family man. They would love for you. They would love that. They would love that. But she's not. she's going to fight for some more championships. And I think that people need to prepare for that. And I think that people need to maybe get smart on who Stewie is and how Stewie does. Because when it happens, I could just imagine it happening in these single game eliminations, and everybody's just going to be stunned because nobody I don't know what it is about these new fans and the people who, like I said in another video, a lot of people saying like the Hive were supposed to be good on paper. What fucking paper were you looking at? I think that a lot of people are bad at diagnosing teams, and we're looking at the wrong teams. We need to be looking at the Mist. That we're not. I don't think we're talking about the Mist enough. I don't think we're talking about the Misties enough. They can win a championship, and it can happen quickly. Do you guys remember Breanna Stewart getting diced up in the 1v1 versus Aaliyah Edwards? She took that shit on the chin. She did. She didn't make a big deal about it. She said she loved it. UConn on UConn. You know, she was A-okay with it. But I wonder if she took a look in the mirror after that and said, no, brother, that's not going to work. You can't do that. You can't get diced up by a rookie in less than, was it 2 minutes? Can't do that. I wonder if that flipped the switch back in her, especially when it comes to Unrivaled. She's looked good. She looked good in the W season. I think they had issues outside of her. But we need to be paying attention to Miss. We need to be paying attention to Breanna Stewart as a dark horse for an Unrivaled championship. What do you think? Let me know. I'm Courtside Kenny. Like, comment, share, subscribe at this point, right? And I'll holler at you. Peace.